Alright, so here we're going to talk about a function mapping. Notice that our x values are our domain and our y values are our range. I've started plotting this first one on the right over here. If you notice, when we're looking at this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 for our x values, our domain, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 for our range. So the main thing that we want to look at is we want to make sure that there are no repeating x values. We want to make sure that x has a relationship with only one y value. So let me give you an example of what that looks like. For instance, if I plotted this and say this point is 1, 2, and then I plotted the next, which is 2, 6. So say I plotted 2, 6, and it's somewhere around here. And then we had 3, 4. So I have another one, and I have 3, and I'm going to put it roughly on 4, and then 4, 8. So we had another one that's over here. Now notice this is not linear. But what we can do is if we did a vertical line test on it, we would notice that it only passes through one point. No matter where we put a vertical line, it only crosses through one point. That tells me that there are no repeating x values. And since x does not repeat, and I'll put that on there, x does not repeat, then it is a function. So this one right here is a function. We write function right beside it, and that's simply how you tell. Now as a counterexample, if we come down here, notice we have a value of 1 and 2. So I'm going to plot that roughly right there. We also have a value of 2 and 6. So I'm going to put one here. Let's say 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have a value of 3 and 6. So I'm going to put a point here. And we have 3 and 6. And we have 4, 8. So then 4 and say 8 would be somewhere up here. Now at this point, this right here would be a function. Now what can make it not a function, say for example that we took this 2, and I also said that 2 also has a relationship with this 2 up here. So notice when I had 2 x values going to one y value, that was fine, because we can have a same y value assigned to our x values. But what we can't have is an x that's assigned, a single x that's assigned to 2 different y values. So by me adding this line here and showing it has a relationship with 2, we would have to put another point on 2 at 2. So there's a point at 2, 2. So what we've done, we've just taken this mapping and turned it from a function to a non-function. And that's because if I did a vertical line test right now, it would cross through 2 points on the x-axis. So if you look right here, we'd have, if we do a vertical line through the x-axis, we have 2 points. So in other words, we could say we have the point 2, 2, and we have the point 2, 6. Because x repeats, it is not a function. So here we would say x repeats is not a function. So keep that rule in mind. We're really not worried about if there's 2 different x values that are sharing a y value. What we do want to be concerned with is if we have an x value that is having a relationship with 2 different y values.